Zaina Allen here with Bull TV, and I am here with Monique Samuels of the Real Housewives of Potomac. How are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. So I'm glad you could come on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
So, this has been the 4th season of the Real Housewives, and you have been since on the 2nd season.
Yes.
And how did you get introduced to becoming on the show?
Oh gosh, when you know the right people.
Right.
And it's honestly something that I've never thought that I would do. Me and my family, we've always been very private. I literally didn't even have social media before the show. Mm-hmm. So that's how private Chris and I are. We just had Facebook, and it's been very surreal. It's went from my husband being the football player, people coming up to him asking for like pictures and autographs, and now people are coming up to me asking for pictures. It is like the most hilarious thing, and my husband is referred to as Monique's husband.
Right. Okay. Well, what is it like? You've had your pregnancy on the show. What is it like being pregnant and dealing with the stress and the drama of the show?
It was tough. It was tough being pregnant and then having to film and then being around the whole dynamic of the group. For the most part, they took it easy on me. Mm-hmm. I was trying to remain as drama-free as possible, but as you watch the season, you see I get caught up in some stuff. But it was actually, it was nice because most people don't want to argue with the pregnant woman. Mm-hmm. So it kind of gave me a little bit of a break, but then you had moments where it just got a little out of hand.
Right.
Too.
I mean, some people do fear pregnant women.
Yeah, because it's like you don't want to disturb the zen of the baby, and and then you have people that just don't care.
Right. So, with your family and everything, do you feel like you may have a solo family-oriented show?
Oh my God. I could not imagine doing that just with us, because the great thing about Real Housewives of Potomac is that you have 6 women. So it's always something going on. I love that each episode leaves you on the edge of your seat and you're like, dang, I can't wait for next week. Mm-hmm. So to have that amount of material to show on TV and have one family, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know.
Like the Kardashians.
Oh, man.
There have been several reality shows where people have had just their family, like Run's House or, things like that. It's
a lot of work. And the thing that I love is that with the group of women, I get to be around them, but then I get to go home and have my peace. Mm-hmm. And if I'm filming with my family, I won't ever have any peace. Right. It's like my family will become a job, and it's like, I don't know. You never know what the future holds.
Right.
So,
but if Bravo said, hey.
If they said, hey, I would definitely see if we could come up with something that would be entertaining for people to see just in our family dynamic. I think it would be fun, but also it would be a lot of work.
Right. So speaking of your family dynamic, how do you balance work and having a career and the show? How do you balance all of this?
Yes. Oh my God. It is not easy. And that's exactly the reason why I came up with my company, Not for Lazy Moms. And it actually is funny because I have a lot of fathers. I have a lot of people who aren't even mothers yet that actually love coming to the site, because we speak about different tips and tricks on how to balance it all. And for me, it's just all about prioritizing. So my kids, my family, my husband, they always come first. Any extra time that I have, it gets used on whatever other extra things I have going on. But we have established office hours in our house. Mm-hmm. So Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, that's when I get my work done while my kids are at school. And then on the weekends, it's reserved for family time.
Right.
Yeah, unless it's a special event. But
it's a very good balance.
Yeah, it took a while to get to that point, especially after having the new baby. But it's like we finally found our rhythm and our routine once again, and it's been pretty good.
How's life with the new baby?
It's been great. He's something else. Like, I mean, as soon as you look at him, he just lights up with this big goofy smile. And he's just so sweet. He's very happy. My other 2 adore him. Like, they love him so much, and it just makes me feel good, because sometimes when you introduce a new child, there could be tension with the siblings.
Right.
They have their moments where you could tell they kind of regressed, because it's like the baby's getting so much attention. But I did sit them down and I said, if you ever feel like mommy's giving the baby so much attention and you're not getting what you need, just pull me to the side and say, mommy, I need some loving. And they've definitely pulled that card a few times.
Oh, great.
So it's been good keeping the communication open with the kids.
And you know what? Speaking of the kids, we do know that Chris did mention that he wants 2 or 3 more kids. From the show, he did say this. So have you given in, or are you done after 3?
We're done. And after the past few months with Chase, and we've had several trips to the ER for myself, my son, and my oldest son. It's been like, my husband said, you know what? I'm good. Good. So he finally let it go.
All right. Me personally, I'm like, all right, listen.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, we're done.
So, speaking of the show, let's get into some topics about the show. There's some episodes that we just need to go over.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so you did have an issue once with Candace. There have been several issues with Candace. Yeah. Because you weren't taking her side. Now, do you feel as though being a good friend means calling somebody out?
I definitely think that. If I'm doing something that is not right or just looks out of the ordinary for my character, I would expect for my friends closest to me to say, babe, hold on, what are you doing? Like, this isn't you. And that's exactly what I was doing. As far as taking sides, Candace made Ashley the root of what disturbed our friendship. It wasn't that she wants to think that I was using her in order to be better friends with Ashley. Ashley and I came to our reconciliation on our own. Right. We had a conversation, and my friendship with her should not bother the friendship that I have with Candace. Right. She kept inserting her into our friendship. So it was a little bit rough, and and I kept trying to explain to her, I just don't agree with what you're doing. It just so happens to be the person on the receiving end is Ashley. If it were anybody else in the group, I would still have the same feelings. Even if it were Giselle. If I felt as though she was doing something that she could not relate to because she is not a mom, and she's not been pregnant, she doesn't know that journey or experience, I would say the same thing. So that was the root of the issue, and I'm hoping that we can get to a point where she understands that. And then if there's things that I could do differently to make our friendship more lucid, I'm willing to do that as well.
Good, awesome. So speaking of Ashley, you did mention Ashley. There was an incident in your house with her husband.
Yeah.
Is there anything that wasn't shown in the show, at least, or on camera, on the screen that could possibly reveal a little bit more about that situation?
I wish there was more, but honestly, the entire time I was told that the incident happened in my basement, inside my basement, as they were trying to get out the door. When I actually watched the unseen footage that they revealed in a few episodes back, that happened outside. So I'm like, if somebody would have communicated that to me, I could have pulled camera footage from my outside cameras, So I don't have any inside my basement. And I kept repeating that to people. And at the end of the day, you have some people that think that that's a lie, and they're like, oh, no, you have it. First of all, I would not hide someone if they did something that wrong. I'm not going to have that on my conscience, So, it's not really much more to it. We're pretty much in the blind the same way that the viewer is in the blind, and you're actually watching our real reactions and responses to the entire situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Thanks for clearing that.
It's a lot.
All right. So let's talk about your business.
Yes.
Not for Lazy Moms.
Yes.
It's it's focused on natural and holistic remedies. So what got you into that? Business?
So Not for Lazy Moms is actually something I started because I thought that motherhood was so easy because my mom, my grandma, my great-grandma, they made it look so easy. We never really discussed the real struggles of being a parent and being married and being a career woman. So the reason I actually started Not for Lazy Moms was so that we could, as women, share the real deal about what goes on after you become a parent. What I love about the site is that people who have not even had kids yet, they actually like going to it so they can prepare themselves for having kids. It's all about sharing those tips, the secrets. Natural remedies is one part of the website that we go over and we cover, but we also have lifestyle tips and then maintaining yourself. And now we have a podcast, which we're on our second season, where it's literally the audible version of what you can get on the website.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Make sure to listen to the podcast. Very important.
It's really good. It's very informative, but most importantly, we have fun and we actually reveal a lot of things that most parents would probably not say in public because they fear that they'll be judged, and I want to bring those walls down and show people that it's okay. None of us are perfect parents. Let's learn from each other. Let's share how we get by and make it easier for the next person.
All right. So what's next for your brand? What can we expect from you?
Oh my goodness. So I'm really excited because after the podcast, we started doing live podcasts, and now I'm working on my first Not for Lazy Moms retreat coming up this year, and it's going to be really fun. It's going to be it's going to be a panel set up live podcast style, but we'll have workshops. We'll have a Pamper Me party, which is going to be like you come in and you are catered to from beginning to end. Beautiful. So I'm looking forward to it. It's just all about just bringing people together. I want it to be very intimate. I'm only going to sell 100 tickets. I want it to be very intimate as possible. 100 people doesn't sound intimate, but I think it'll be for a workshop. Yeah, so it's all about just coming together, networking, encouraging each other, and then sharing some of our confessions, which we love to do on the podcast. We confess and tell little secrets about what goes on in our homes.
All right. So one more question before we head on out of here. Yes. Season 4 is almost up.
Yes.
It's almost done. Can we expect a season 5 with Monique?
We'll see. We'll see.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Bold today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.